Hello, great people. I beg, come see wetin my eyes see. Amidst rising insecurity, rampant banditry, kidnapping of schoolgirls, and widespread poverty, President Bola Tinubu don't begin the campaign for 2027. In fact, this will not be small campaign. If you see the brand new cha-cha buses and jeeps where they brand, where they don't write Tinubu 2027, you go think say the election now next week, abi next month. You will watch the video. And not be only one video I get for you. Now 3 different videos. The first one is that of the branded jeeps and bus. The second one is that of menu. You don't go believe say they even done the fried chips. Then they brand them Tinubu 2027. You will see it. Then the third video is that of another branded bus. That video was circulating months ago. I will play it for you to see how well Tinubu is preparing for 2027. Then when we watch the 3 videos, I will be sharing with you the view of Mr. Peter Obi about the conduct of President Bola Tinubu towards 2027 election. I will share it with you because Obi cried out, Bola, why now you be president now? Why you the campaign? Because people with the opposition said they no do reach you. I will share Mr. Peter Obi's perspective. I will share it with you. Then also we'll be dissecting the associated issues. I will be telling you how Bola Tinubu is insensitive and desperate. I will be taking the quote of Mr. President, some of his quote. I will take it. Then we'll dissect it. Then we'll also be looking at the dynamics of 2027. This action of Mr. President, how does it make or mar his chances for 2027? We'll be dissecting it, cutting through the noise, looking at the conduct of the Tinubu administration, his performance in government, and a whole lot more on this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, Dr. Omosoladeji. First, let us go and watch the first video, which is that of the branded jeeps and buses. Then we come back for some great discussion. But lest I forget, I must tell you that song did that particular video. Get ready to dance. Ashiwaju Omonogo. Let's go and watch the video. Then we come back for some serious discussion. Let's watch
Asuwaje tutayin mata wasu sun sau mota kanta asuwaje tutayin mata ka biyo su jirgi mai mota asuwaje tutayin mata da fito na kwarai baya tabta asuwaje tutayin mata da gaba cancanta asuwaje tutayin mata ke kadai tayar mota asuwaje.
There you have it, brand new jeeps and bus that runs into millions of naira in a country where poverty is rampant. I beg, apart from that, is this not too early? 2025, now 2027 be the election. No, is this not too early at this point in time? And how about the timing, the sensitivity of the Nigerian people at a time whereby there's rampant insecurity? You've watched the first video. Maybe go watch the second one of whether they prepare chips. Maybe na door-to-door campaign, they won't begin to use that one for. Or maybe at their meeting, I don't know. But they brand chips, Tinubu 2027. Let's go and watch that video. Then we come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it.
Contracts they give me, I'm not campaigning for anybody. So na contracts, and my money they go pay me. Imagine they don't begin the campaign for 2027. The money I didn't interested in.
There you have it, plantain chips being packaged and branded for Tinubu 2027 re-election. I will play you the third video because you know I promised you 3 videos. The first one, you've watched it. The second one, you just watched it. Now let us go to the third one, which is another kind of branded bus that was circulating the media space months ago. It was branded Tinubu 2027, and you will see his picture with that of his wife, Remi Tinubu. Let's go and watch the third video. Then when we come back, we'll be taking Mr. Peter Obi's reaction to Tinubu's apparent desperation for 2027. Then we'll dissect the associated issues. Let's watch this third video. Then we come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it. There you have it, another kind of branded boss for Tinubu's re-election in 2027. Don't forget, saying that 2025 we do. Tinubu is planning as if the election is just next week or next month, and this has caught the attention of one of his arch political rival, Mr. Peter Obi. And Mr. Peter Obi has something to say about what he termed the desperation of Bola Tinubu, and the title of the post on his Facebook page is "Distribution of Campaign Vehicles, Profound Insensitivity and Abuse of Trust." Wetin Obi talk for inside this particular piece, make I read them out to you. Obi says, at a time when Nigerians are struggling with hunger, unemployment and insecurity, the decision of any government to allocate limited public resources for distributing luxury vehicles like Hilux truck and Hummer buses as part of the 2027 campaign mobilization is not only insensitive but also represent a serious moral failure. Do you agree with Mr. Peter Obi? Let's continue the reading. While ordinary Nigerians are grappling with poverty and hopelessness, those in leadership positions continue to flaunt their wealth by driving new Land Cruisers, Hiluxes, and Hummers, treating the suffering of the people as mere background for political theatrics. This tragic misplacement of priority is unacceptable. Leadership, especially in these challenging times, should focus on providing food for the hungry, ensuring access to health care for the sick, restoring hope for millions of unemployed youth, and securing our communities. It should not be about parading luxury vehicles or campaigning for votes. It is disheartening that at a time when children are dropping out of school because their families cannot afford tuition fees, when mothers are dying during childbirth due to a lack of basic moral supplies, and when insecurity is tearing families apart, the response from those in power is to purchase and distribute luxury vehicles rather than urgently addressing the needs of the people. This is not governance. It reflects a profound insensitivity and an abuse of public trust disguised as a political strategy. It betrays the essence of public service, which should always be about serving the people rather than staging political publicity. Now, the last paragraph of Mr. Peter Obi's statement. At times like this, we must recognize that Nigeria cannot continue on a path of wastefulness, insensitivity, and misplaced priorities. Our citizens deserve leadership grounded in empathy, prudence, and accountability. Regardless of how bleak the situation may appear today, I firmly believe that a new Nigeria is not only necessary, it is possible. Peter Obi. That is the statement issued by Mr. Peter Obi. Now let's dissect the associated issues in all of this. You see, what I can say is that this is the height of insensitivity. What do I mean by that? It is the height of insensitivity because at a time when Nigerians are struggling to cope, when they are scared about the security of their lives and property, the president, the commander-in-chief that is supposed to guarantee them their protection of life and property, is busy, distributing buses, Hiluxes, and brand new jeeps for his re-election in 2027. That is insensitivity. For some of you that will say, oh, maybe Tinubu did not buy the jeep with his money. Maybe now his supporters, maybe now he didn't buy him for now. What I can say is that you as a supporter, you will only go this far if you definitely know that this is what you can use to to gain the attention of Mr. President. You will go this far if you know that this is what can bring you or keep you in the good books of Mr. President. This is not for nothing. If it is people that sponsored the purchase of this luxury vehicle, they are acting because of the Mr. President that they know. They know that he is a man that loves power. They know he's power-centric. They know he doesn't joke with power. And that is why anything and everything they are doing will be tilting towards his consolidation on power. Either which way, whether from his supporters or from Mr. President himself, this is the height of insensitivity. And not only that, it is also a sign of desperation. In fact, an irritating desperation at that, because if you are an incumbent, you are already leading other candidates in an election by about 3 to 4 goals ahead. What do I mean by that? As an incumbent, you are not supposed to be desperate, in the sense that the police is under your control as the commander-in-chief. Now you go appoint Inspector General of Police. Now you appoint INEC chairman. Now you go appoint Chief of Army Staff, the head of Civil Defense, anything and everything that has to do with the election. You are the one that appoint such people. So by such calculation, you are already leading other people. Then another thing is, why I say desperation is that you don't take the seat already. You don't take the seat. Now you be the president. So why would you be showing so much desperation that you have kickstart campaign for an election that is going to happen in 2027? You are already campaigning vigorously in 2025. That is desperation. And at the end of the day, Tinubu will come out and say, I feel your pain. You remember that popular statement that Tinubu said repeatedly when he removed fuel subsidy, when he removed the subsidy on the dollar to the naira, when he removed the tax on electricity. He called it necessary reforms. He said Nigeria does not have money. And he used to say, I feel your pain. But then, are you really feeling the pain of the Nigerian people? Because if you are, the money that you use to purchase this vehicle can be used to create succum for the people. The money that was used to purchase these luxury vehicles, if you know how much this vehicle costs, it will run into millions, hundreds of millions of naira. So this money, if you and your supporters or anybody that cares about your re-election, if they know what democracy is about, and I must say, should I say true democracy, if they know what true democracy is about, definitely they would have diverted those funds to provide adequate security for the Nigerian people. When Christopher Musa, the new Minister of Defense, appeared before the Senate, he said that if they use a drone and they use a drone to drop a missile, that 150 million naira, or is it 150 or 750 million, it has gone, whether you hit the right target or not. Now, Nigerians will be complaining, the Nigerian government will be complaining that there is no money. When they see money, they buy all these cars. So that money could be used to provide schools in the rural areas. It could be used to provide pipe-borne water for people. But what did the Tinubu boys and Tinubu himself choose to do? Now, to the buy luxury vehicle, to the sing Omologo, Omologo. I beg, if you're a Nigerian, I look forward to reading from you in the comment section. What do you think about the conduct of President Bola Tinubu? And if you are watching me, you never subscribe, of course subscribe to this channel, because I drop the Tory hot, and definitely if you subscribe, you go to land for your hand real time. Now let us go into another thing, which is that if such wealth and desperation is paraded now in 2025, what will happen in 2027? If the Tinubu boys and Tinubu himself can be this desperate in the year 2025, imagine what will happen in 2027. This particular desperation, if it were to be in Senate climes, it can affect Mr. President. Who purchased this luxury vehicle? That's another thing we need to ask ourselves. What is the cost of this particular vehicle? Who purchased it? Who paid for it? And what is the cost? And another thing is that, what is the connection of the buyer with President Bola Tinubu? The person that purchased this particular vehicle, what is the connection of the buyer with Mr. President? What I can say is that I pity the happy slaves and data boys, those that have no food to eat, no job, but they are praising inefficiency. I pity them, because at the end of the day, their suffering continues. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.